Hey guys, thanks for coming back. This punk guy here, we're here for another album review, and of course, if you clicked on this video, then you already know it's for the new Swingin Utters Peace and Love, Peace and Love. Don't you just love that artwork? It's so adorable. The sad part is, it's not a colored vinyl, which kind of makes me sad, but it's still a great record album to look at. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. This is the 9th studio album on Fat Wreck. Gotta represent. Also, the last album came out in 2014, which was a Fistful of Hollows. And I gotta be honest, Swingin Utters is a hit-and-miss band for me. When they come out with an album, I love half of it, and then I don't really care for the other half. I know all you hardcore Swingin Utter fans are gonna hate me for saying that and leave me bad comments, but the truth is, I'm just not a fan of their slower songs. Their songs with like country, like intertwined in it. Whenever they do something that's not a straightforward rock or punk song, and it's funny because there are other bands that I like that do that, but just for this band is not for me when they do that kind of stuff. But do not get me wrong, I do love Swingin Utters. I've seen them a handful of times, about 5 or 6. And they always put on amazing shows. I mean, like, really great shows. They're super fun to go to. And they are just an established Fat Wreck band, even though they do not have that traditional Fat Wreck sound. So you're asking me, why did I pick this album to review? And I'll tell you why. Because when they released the single, which obviously comes out months before or weeks before they released the album, was Undertake. And man, do I love that song so much. That is a great, great song. And it's a really relatable song. When I really got to sit down and listen to it, not only does it rock really hard, and it's, it's got a good beat, and it's a great song to open the album, for sure. A great song to open the album with. It's really relatable, and it's relatable to, like, older punks. I would say punks in their 30s and stuff that grew up with punk rock. And it's about seeing how their life is, I wouldn't say hollow, but not as full as they thought it was going to be. So that is a great song, and that's a great way to kick off the album. So the next two tracks, Sirens and Louisiana Spider, these two songs really let you know what the album's feel is going to be about. They're much slower. The melody is very unique. Louisiana Spiders actually grew on me after listening to it for a little while, but when I first heard it, I wasn't a big fan. I would just say their slower songs are not my favorite. So I wasn't really feeling this track, but like I said, this is what you're going to feel as a whole over this whole album. So don't get me wrong, there are some really good, fast songs and unique songs on here too, because they did not only play around with their slower stuff, but they do, like the song Dubstep is a really unique take. The way they change the melody in the middle of the song and then they change it back to the way it was. You don't see that often, but it's very good. It's got a heavy like grunge guitar riff to it, and it's something unique that you don't hear from Swingin Utters, and with that they pulled it off really well, and it's a really fun song. Another great track off this album is Deranged. It starts off with a slow guitar, and it really picks up the up-tempo beat, and the lyrics are really socially aware, and they're really heavy, and you could tell that they took time to lyrically, they have something to say in this album, and especially in Deranged, it comes out, and it really makes you think, and it's not just the political issues, but the social commentary that they have on this album too, that can be best found in Deranged. Now, of course, for me, especially, I just want to hear a good, fast punk rock, because, a lot of bands don't play that anymore, and Yes, I Hope He Dies is another great track, where it's just straightforward punk rock, Swingin Utters, they, like, saying what they say, no, not holding back, and of course, that song, everyone, you don't even need to think about it, you could tell who it's about the president, but, it's fast, it's angry, it's aggressive, it doesn't hold back. That's what's great is about punk rock is I don't like bands that tilter, that don't have anything to say. This band has something to say, and they let you know that they're saying it. So props to them, man. That's a great song, and definitely one of the best tracks, and I can't wait to hear them play that live, because they are, and you know that's going to open up the circle pit for sure. So, not to be hypocritical, I know I said I don't really care for their slower songs, but Sleeping is a slower track on this album, and you know what? I love it. I can't help it. I love this song so much. It's very hypnotic in the rhythm and the way he sings it. It's really good. Definitely the best of the slower tracks on this album, and I've been listening to it on repeat all week, actually. I wish, though, the thing is I wish all the vocals on this album would be turned up a bit, because it is kind of hard to hear him sing, and I know that's kind of the sound that they're going for, but especially when he sings with the megaphone, it's kind of hard to understand. Sometimes I had to look into the lyric book to really get what he's saying, especially because they do have some amazing lyrics on here, and they are saying a lot. I think Swingin Utters fans will be really happy with this album. They will be able to see the progression. You could tell there's new band members in this album, so it really gives a little more life, a little more energy to, like I would say, the last album, which to me felt kind of stale. I don't really have a rating system, so I've decided I want to start doing some type of rating system to let people know. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 stars, metal fingers, emojis, I don't know. If you guys have a suggestion on what the rating system should be, then let me know. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 stars for right now. And like I said, it's 3 because it is a good album. If you're a Swingin Utters fan, you're going to like it. It's worth buying. It's worth listening to. It's not by any means one of my favorite albums, but it is a very good album. So I would definitely try to check it out if you can. So thanks, guys, for watching this album review. I really appreciate it. I got some more coming up, and until then, I'll see you guys at a show.